Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They will run for the first time here with White. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go right back to White here on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Grant. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Going right side is White. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Stick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And a fast footwork by White. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3-and-out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stick, the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Stick. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Check. Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action, it's Stick. Going long here for Wallace. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1.
Check Mike 46.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got Evans. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He's able to find Wallace. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Third down, they'll throw with Stick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On fourth down, here's Stick. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running the toss here to White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This is Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Hey, Charlie. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Don't let him breathe.
1st and 10, Stick. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Here's Stick looking to throw. Jones has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 20-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes The other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, Sam on. You got time. Ready?
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a line first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Look. Squeeze. Slam.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Got it. Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Oh, yeah. 6-6. Pull it high. Just get it.
On 2nd and 12. Stick. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Hey, orbit.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hey, check my 50. My 50. Check my 50. There we go. My 50. My 50. My 88. 88. 88. Let's put that team on the clock.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Hey, Haywood. 46 to Mike, 46. Let's get it together, defense. Hustle, hunt now.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stick from the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Packers. Jakeem Grant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendencies? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will get him one closer. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A shotgun throw for Stick. He completes it to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Stick looks to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. It's caught. This is White. Look at those stick skills. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, take 26.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
3rd and 13.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He's back to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
They'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Down, 50, plant. Hey, wahoo! Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 46.
He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.